shall be saved. You shall be saved. You shall be saved. You shall be saved.
What's going on? What's going on? We are back. We are live. Shout out to everybody coming through. We got a new little movie review for y'all. Look like we're trying to get into some horror territory. Could this be the Tyler Perry horror movies? Let's see. What's going on, Nadia?
The fact that you put it like that, I don't know. I want to see what you think because I'm conflicted whether or not I think this is a good movie. I'm gonna just start there.
Well, I ain't even gonna necessarily call it a bad movie. I'm not gonna say it's a good movie yet. I'll give my opinion at the end. But
I don't know. I did a lot of analyzation, and I'm just like, I see, but at the same time, I don't know. This was giving me like, am I supposed to be laughing this hard? Something is wrong with me.
most of it probably was intentional, I would guess. Because
I believe that I'm childish and that I have a demented brain because I should not have been laughing that hard at some of the shit that went on. Yeah.
I mean, outside of the abuse, I mean, if you grew up in a black household, that's why I think a lot of shit was not only relatable, but it was funny too. Because it was like, oh, I remember them times. Like, yeah.
She was raising them like they was 90s chaps. I was like, that's that Gen Z Gen Alpha baby.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
that's a whole new breed. You can't raise me. She tried to give him that 90s baby street, but I was like, nah, baby, you can't do that. The 90s was wild as fuck.
Yeah, shout out to everybody coming through. What's going on, Big Four? Did you check out the Black Exorcist? Let me know.
That's damn. You know what? That's damn near where it was kind of going for me, and then it just took a hard. I don't know. It's somewhere between. Hey. It's somewhere between. This was really good writing to like the execution is kind of.
With some decent dialogue, like compared to Tyler Perry writing, I will say that it was some good, decent dialogue. Because once again, Lee Daniels, he's a Oscar-nominated director. He did. I'm about to say Pleasure. He did. What's the name?
Precious.
Yeah, Precious. No Pleasure is Precious.
There is no pleasure in that movie at all. No, that's one of them ones you watch once and you never watch again.
Have you ever seen Shadowboxer? Like that's low underground. That's one of his earlier films, but it's got Monique in it too. Cuban Gooding Jr., Helen Mirren. But if you have ever seen Lee Daniels TV shows and you seeing how Glenn Close is acting in here, especially when it shows like Star, then you know he like to try to do a little transformation with white women and get them that little ghetto factor, you know. Like he like to do something. And once again, the performance is she definitely has top performances in here, if not the one.
See,
outside of the lead is the mother.
This is why I'm so conflicted because it's a lot of things that were good about this. The acting, the dialogue wasn't unbelievable. It wasn't like it was some wild ass shit, but it wasn't like no wild. I mean, see, it was. I get to it when we get there. It was some wild ass shit, but it wasn't some wild ass shit. It kind of got
different, being that it was a Black Exorcist movie. But that's some of the things we have talked about though, even early in the year when we talked about other possession films, The Exorcist, Believer. One of the ones where I said they ain't try to do nothing different outside of them trying to shock us with their ending, which wasn't shit. We don't care about that little girl. That's okay. We ain't coming back, which they are not coming back because we will not do a direct sequel to this. We are getting another Exorcist, but it won't have shit to do with this one. By the way, the black girl did live. Not being funny, y'all. I'm just saying. But spoiler.
I mean, that's a win because, like, honestly, the list of black people that live in horror movies, I mean, it's getting longer, and we appreciate this, you know?
Yeah. Once again, the movie ain't necessarily bad as far as the Exorcist Believer, but it ain't nothing different. Like, we waited these many years for y'all to do somewhat of a direct sequel to the actual Exorcist to do nothing different. And one of the movies that we did give credit for trying to do something different was Late Night with the Devil. So
Hold
this,
on, you know I'm about to get on these possessed children in their mouth. I was like, you
hey,
know, they didn't have him say nothing too wild because he ain't got nothing on dude from them.
you must
You
be
remember
talking
me?
about Nate.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing on dude from them. He was, what did he say to his mama?
Oh, I forgot about my boy out there. Oh,
Yes!
like you like to get that. Did he say you like to get your food ate or something?
I don't know what the heck. He said some wild ass shit.
You
And
say
I was
wow.
like, wait,
But I forgot about my boy out there. Yeah.
go back and check our review out. He said some wild ass shit.
Definitely. Make sure you low key cage them season 2. But that's another thing I was gonna talk about because there's some moments in here as far as when we get in certain possessions where I'm like, I don't think these niggas possessed. Like I think he really mad. Like when it comes to Nate and his mama, like I don't think they possessed. Like they got some shit actually
see,
going on as far as
see, it was.
Ebony.
I see. It's okay with this movie. When I went in watching it at first, I was just like, all right. I mean, this to me, the story is compelling because you want to know, is she gonna change? How's she gonna fuck up? And
Yeah.
what's about to happen with these kids? Like this is this. You know, you can't. I cared about the characters. I
I
ain't gonna.
did because of
You
the
know what I
performance.
mean?
The acting was
Yeah.
believable, and it was like, okay, I actually want to see if she's gonna make it. At some moments, though, especially at the beginning, like with they at the dinner table, and the mama Morgan,
Them damn
played by
dinner
Glenn
tables.
Close, talking shit about that fish having too much garlic, and the kids laughing, and she popped the little boy entree in the mouth. I'm like, yo.
But like I said, that's some 90s shit. She was trying to raise them
It
like
is,
they
but
was
you supposed
90s
to do the
kids.
open hand that way. You ain't supposed to go with the. She had somewhat of a
She had the backhand. Yeah, she was bumping gums with Knuckles.
and I think
That's
she had
why
a
she
ring on.
busted
I'm
his
like,
lip.
yeah,
That's why his lip was busted. Like
but if we are gonna get into it a little bit as far as Ebony, she has her own little history with her own mama as far as abuse, as far as Morgan. But her mama Morgan, played by Glenn Close, the wonderful actress Glenn Close. We gotta give us some shout outs, man, because she pulled
yeah.
this off. Like I said, we ain't talking about 101 Dalmatians. We ain't talking about Bill. We ain't talking about Fatal Attraction, even though she's selling that, but still, this is a performance I haven't really seen her do before, outside of seeing her even in TV shows that I like. And I gotta get familiar with the actress playing Ebony because she did her thing too. Like I said, this kind
Yes,
of a
she
battle with me
did.
between these two of who had the best performance. And I might still be going with the mama just because of that ending. But the Glenn, I'm gonna get to it. I don't know. But yes, man. Her mama ended up coming to stay with her because she is sick. So they got
I'm
their own little
assuming she got some type of cancer or
yeah.
something where she has to get. Is she getting dialysis? Yeah. She went to the dialysis center, so I don't know like what's going on with her. It could be a number of things. It don't have to just be cancer. So my bad. Let me get that right. Because she wasn't getting radiation. She was getting dialysis.
And it seemed like she kind of was at a worst point of it, but she seemed like she might be getting somewhat together a little bit. Not too sure.
She was consistently getting her treatment, so it was helping. I
Okay.
feel like that's about it. Like it was just it's basically like a pacifier to a situation. Like if you need an organ, most likely you have to get dialysis until you get an organ. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. The
I don't
body, man, the body. The human body.
sit there and think about what I don't had to see people go through and yeah. But
Yeah.
yes, man.
I've watched people in my family go through this, so that's why I
I
know a lot
tell you.
about dialysis.
But Ebony, she likes to get tight. She likes to turn up. She likes to drink. And her mama Morgan, she likes the brothers. He likes the brothers. And no matter if she's sick or not, it's like, hey.
Grandma
little
still gotta
cameo.
have a life too.
What?
Hey.
And we got Q. We got my boy Q still liking them older women. He's still after them old women. Omar, when you gonna stop?
But he got turned out at a young age. That's what happened.
He did. Hey,
see,
we have to do something with Juice. Might have to do a version. Anyway, they both got their thing going on, but her mama actually has found God. Like she's got herself together with the church, and she
takes the kids to church, except for the youngest who don't want to go. And I feel like he didn't want to. Yeah, I feel like he didn't want to go because he don't want to have to sit still. Like I feel like like he don't seem like the type of kid that can sit still and pay attention. You get what I'm saying? It's like he needs something to do. Like you gotta give him something to do.
A little boy, and if you ever been in church, I was a little boy in church. Like, sit still, eat this peppermint. I don't know, damn peppermint.
Peppermint, right?
I'll take one of them yellow joints though. Give me that butterscotch. I'll take that butterscotch.
I wanted the little strawberry candy.
But Ebony has 3 children. The youngest Andre, her daughter Shantae, and her son Nate. And they all kind of got their own little tension going on because their father is actually in the army. He in the service.
Yeah.
So they with her right now. She does have primary custody for the moment. And they have just moved into this house a couple months ago. And this movie is a lot of build up and a lot of tension, but it is also a lot of character development too. It's trying to give you because
it's good.
Right. I was waiting. I was like, okay, what the fuck gonna pop out? They gonna give me some because they gave you little moments here.
No, okay.
Like, just wait. That's what they were saying. Like,
yeah, just wait. Look, I like that because, like I said, I was engaged and very much entertained. Because I like I said, I had no business laughing and smiling while watching a horror movie, like especially about possession. And I'm just like, oh, this is good. I like this.
Yeah,
like I was intrigued.
And it being like I said, I don't know if anybody let me know if you ever seen black possession movies or black exorcism movies. I ain't seen them. This is my first time seeing one like this. And that's the thing. I went in trying to see if we was gonna get something a little different outside of the dialogue, and the demon seemed like he was from the ghetto part of hell. That was pretty much what we seemed like we was getting. Like, have you ever heard of the demon call somebody nigga? Like, it was a bunch of times this demon was going. Like, that nigga don't fuck with you. Why you still over there going? But we gonna get to that dialogue. Always gonna get to the dialogue. Because this moment, all the way up into the end, is straight up demon dialogue. That's just wow. To the very last moment, I'm like, where is this demon from?
Yo, okay, so like I said, looking at this movie when I first was watching it, I'm looking at it from what I'm trying to say, like just a particular perspective of this is what we seeing. But then, like when I got to a certain point, my mind was like, if you look at this metaphorically, this is some really good writing. And I'm gonna get to it when we get to the end. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of things that connect and parallel within her mind and what was actually going on. And then that makes me, I forgot to look up the real story because they say it at the end.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, because I'm like, how much it
based on true events, loosely.
Yes, loosely based on true events, and I'm just like, how much of this?
Go to the hood. They didn't go to this neighborhood.
Because I'm like, how much of this is actual factual, and how much of this is metaphor? Because I'm like, I'm gonna get to it at the end. It's a lot.
You might be putting me on something because I ain't gonna front. Like I said, I was engaged with the family dynamics of everything that was going on. That's what kept me engaged. Same. Because, like I said, I'm like, okay, y'all building me up to get involved with this family because I don't want nothing to happen to them. So when stuff does start to go down, I'm like, no, like what's going on? What's up?
Yes. So
See,
I think it's funny how she like it's the selfless things that she do is a coping mechanism to her not dealing with shit that happened to her in her life and her
mhm.
trying to cope with, you know, just trying to cope with her demons. So she likes to drink, right? And
And she tries to throw that back in her mama face. And her mama though,
yeah,
she like, hey, do what you want to do, bitch. Like, cause they can have a little confrontation back and forth, and she talking shit as far as Ebony, because
no, but
her
then like
sons,
it's very important to see that though, because you like, and then you knew something bad went down that made her that just completely scarred her because it was a build up with them too, and I'm like, this is. I was like, okay, I I like seeing this type of family dynamic because yes, I want to
because she
see
does take a lot of that
it.
frustration out on the kids too, especially when they ain't listening and shit. And these kids bad now. I'm just saying, well, these kids bad. They cussing like, and they got a moment in
I
here
okay.
where they talking about
I'm
I'm
not gonna
tired of
say
being
that they,
broke. Like, what? I'm tired of being broke because they ain't getting a phone for
bruh,
Christmas. I mean, for their birthday. Like,
bruh.
all right,
Bruh, look.
okay.
I felt that way when I was younger too.
You remember that episode of Atlanta?
I ain't say that shit,
You remember
but
that
you
episode of
know,
Atlanta when the when the social service came to the house? He said, "Okay, take him. Go ahead. You go."
no, see,
That's,
because he didn't want to eat that spaghetti in the refrigerator.
no, when they came to the school because she got on them
No, no,
about dancing
no,
in
no, no,
class.
no. I'm not. Yeah.
Go ahead, do the nay. That they'll pop off. And it made me think because I just recently went rewatching Atlanta a little bit. But yes,
Okay.
I mean, outside of her somewhat jabbing the little boy in the mouth, it ain't too much heavy abuse outside of some. I would say, well, it do
What
get kind
we
of
see,
physical.
because we don't know, it's a whole, and that's what I like about this. It's not blatant physical abuse. It's like she closed the door, and it's like you think we're gonna see what happened. No, we don't see what happened. But then the kids, it's like I don't know what happened. I don't, and it's like what the hell happened? Like, is she really doing stuff, or are we
That's
like what
I give you
we?
that, yeah. Because they even got. I'm sitting there like, okay, I don't know if that's why I was like, is she possessed or is she going out because she's drunk?
Exactly. You start to question a lot of shit.
But also, I think it was the whole thing with this demon and this entity being in that house is pushing that energy towards her to act more aggressive towards drinking and getting that way. And
Mm-hmm.
even with the kids being upset or not really feeling the living environment, in particular, the oldest boy, Nate, because, he got some money and she think he out here selling drugs or whatever, but nah, he actually getting money from his father for money orders. And they got a scene in here in particular where he like, where my money? And this is where I was like, is this nigga
Bruh.
possessed? Or he really on demon time?
No, no,
My bad.
no.
I'm
He
putting
was
it in.
wanting to know where the hell his money
That's
was
what I thought. I was like, no,
because
he not
the demon,
possessed. He's serious.
the demon started with Andre because he was the easiest because of his innocence.
Yeah. And that's the thing I feel like they kind of did a little different too with the demon as far as saying this one child he wants to possess, but it's affecting everybody. And I ain't really
Mm-hmm.
seen that in other Exorcist movies. Like it didn't really affect the mama in the Exorcist or even in the one we watched recently or whatever. But it's at moments where I feel like the demon was actually sitting back, like, yo, I ain't even gonna do nothing. Y'all got this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm dating. I ain't got nothing to do
All
with this.
it was just I just had to do just a little bit. It was doing the
Mm-hmm.
bare minimum because it was just so explosive. Like hmm.
But if you
Yo,
ever,
but the thing, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say, as far as just the whole religion part of it, and if I go to church. Well, I ain't been to church. I ain't gonna say it like I haven't been to church recently, but I still read the Bible here and there, and I do the thing online because now my church, actually, the church that I go to, they put service online now as far as Facebook or whatever. But if you ever know or heard certain older folks or individuals that tell you, like, if you're not listening to God, if you have certain things going on in your home, then it is an entity in there. And that entity will possess you or you dream or whatever. I can't go into certain details because I ain't remember the whole story like that. Because I ain't trying to be thinking about no shit like that. But still, though, watching this movie made
Now
me think all the
you
time.
have to
And
spiritually protect your home.
yeah,
Just period.
and I
So
not necessarily ghost stories, but just the way they was talking about it, saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep my little ass together a little bit." I ain't listening all the time, Steve.
But I do think that the mom genuinely cared about the children because she did stick up for
Yeah, you
them
talking about Ebony?
when yeah, because she did.
Oh
She
yeah.
walked down the street and
What?
look, I was
Now see,
not
that's what I'm talking about. If
even
you ever lived in a black
mad.
home, this is real moments. Like, nah,
She
what?
came down the street. I was like, get him. It made me think about Tyler the Creator when he was talking about his mom used to stick up for him. I'm like,
Like, man, your mom tell me you
no, you
better fight
supposed
that. I'll come
to.
up to that school and I'll watch you, or I'll come up there and I'll take like, man, come on. Man, you don't been in that black house on this is happening. You know what I mean? But yes, Ebony, that's some
Yeah.
scene I like because that made me think, that made me forgive her for the whole thing with the interaction with Andre. Because I was like not feeling her for a little bit, but I was seeing like, okay, she does love her children. And even with everything that's going on around the house and how hard she's trying to work as far as keeping the house structure and what she's doing for her mama, as far as keeping her in the home that she didn't even know she was paying for. Because she knew she liked
Mm-hmm.
certain home she was going to as far as getting her treatments or whatever. So she definitely
Mm-hmm.
cared. She cared. But she's fighting her
Yeah.
own
She
demon,
just yes, she just don't know how to
literally.
consistently show it and contain her anger and her emotions and yeah. Like I said, she found her coping mechanism in that bottle.
And that's some of the funny interactions too, because we got the whole thing where it's Shantae's party, and she does end up getting her, as far as her daughter Shantae, Ebony's daughter Shantae, and she ends up getting her the phone. But I don't know. I guess the demon said, "I want to come in and join the party too. Let me go ahead and tap on Ebony a little bit," and Ebony got turned up. But what's funny is when Andre kept popping up because Andre, he's the one that the demon is really after. So he's the one is more so been attracted to.
Yeah,
But
because he actually had conversations and stuff like
mhm,
that. Like I said, it's the innocence. The demon went for the weak and the innocent. So
you can even throw a little
he
paranormal activity in here if you want to. This
but
ain't told
yeah,
you though. It's
and
crazy. That's how you know black
it's,
demon.
that shit was crazy though, because like just seeing him like the self-harm in this, oh my gosh. It's just
We
so
have issues
much.
and stuff.
And
If you talking about when we get to the possession, see, that's where I'm gonna kind of get into my whole thing with my issues. But as far as the party, it's a moment in there where Andre kept popping up. And if you have you seen Star, the TV show?
no, but I know what it is.
It's a character in there that they got in this movie, and it's a guy, but he got the hair on, but he what's the name of it? Um, it's a scene where the friend is over there because they cuss each other out, but when Andre come out, she like,
Oh
Ebony,
yeah.
what's wrong with your kids? And y'all, man, it's when they cussing each other out. She trying to leave out the house, and it's some of that dialogue. It ain't the demon, but I ain't repeating the shit. But once again, it's just interactions like that that make the shit funny, which I definitely feel like it's on
Yes.
purpose. But Andre,
Yeah.
the one we really concentrating on because he's the one that's starting to really progress or starting to get more possessed.
Aggressive or more he's having these spells where he don't remember what's going on and it just looks like he's sleepwalking and
Odd
bro,
episode.
when my daughter used to sleepwalk, that shit was wild.
Drinking all type of damn milk, making me sick. Like, stop, please.
I was
No, please.
exactly I was like, ugh, there's too much milk. I can't even drink regular milk no more. Almond milk.
Um, this is one of the things I enjoyed about the movie, but it's also an issue I have going towards the end because I like the way they are showing that he's looking like he's getting possessed, but also they showing everybody else seeming like it's affecting them too, because
Yeah.
he and Shantae, they are having episodes at school too, and I'm talking about bad episodes. Not as bad as Andre though. Not as bad as Andre. Shantae came kind of close because she got like an auditorium scene that was like, damn, okay, y'all trying to go there, okay. And that's what I like though, because it was confusing me, because I'm like, is he trying to possess this Andre or this multiple demons? Like,
No.
but I like
That's what I was like. This is getting wild.
yeah.
Because that's where this is, it just got wild. Because Andre was
Now this is where I ain't seen demons do shit like this. Outside of Nate doing some of the normal shit, like he pretty much crumping and shit and doing what he doing in his class or whatever, and he started just laughing in front of the teacher face. I'm like, okay, that's kind of like on some hereditary shit. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen that. I'm like, okay, I see that. But Shantae, she kind of starts going into like having a period out of nowhere, but she doing it like nonchalant, like, I got, whatever. Y'all see me, what? So what?
yeah,
But
yeah.
Andre, this nigga, I thought he was about to just pee, because he pulled his
I thought
hands
he
down. I'm like, okay, he just about to pee in the middle of the class, but no, this nigga takes a shit, and he don't just take a shit. He takes the shit in his hands and throw it at the damn teacher. And I'm like, okay, y'all doing some different shit now. If y'all want to do some outlandish shit, make the okay. Now I ain't never seen no shit like that. Literally, my bad, y'all. But yeah, I
wild. I hope these kids got some counseling after this movie, after performing in this movie, because what the fuck?
I don't know, because we got Precious coming, and I'm like, is
Yo,
this gonna help? Like,
can we talk about the daughter and how she looked like young Kiki Palmer from Akilah and the
yes, I
Beast?
said that.
She's
Akilah
so
and the Beast. Absolute. I said the same thing when I first seen him. I was just waiting for Lawrence Fishburne or Angela Bassett to pop up. But we get Cynthia, played by Monique. And I do like Monique's performance in here, man. It wasn't nothing real crazy or nothing. Like I said, for me, it was really between Glenn Close and Aubrey, the other actor. And we got some more people in here that end up showing up kind of late on in the movie. I mean, Ebony, not Aubrey. I'm my bad, but I think I might be saying the actress' actual name. Yeah, because I think her real name is Aubrey O'Day, if I'm not mistaken, as far as the actress playing Ebony. But yes, Cynthia shows up, and this is a social service worker, the person who I think actually was the whoever the caseworker was over the Ebony get primary custody over the kids while the daddy was overseas or in the army or whatever, and she's doing a
Yeah,
wellness check.
like she's supposed to.
And boy, this I don't know if this was supposed to be one of those scenes where is this supposed to be funny or not? Because I was laughing. It is the way everybody looking at Ebony
It's
the mom.
Monique.
Yes,
It's
Monique
just
too.
because it's Monique in there.
Because you got her asking questions to everybody because they see bruises on them. And I was like, I ain't even noticed the bruise on Shantae arm. So I'm guessing this is the demon shit.
Yes. See, and that's what I was thinking. Because like how people be having the scratches and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck? Because see, and that's what I was talking about, where it was kind of playing on my mind. Like, is she really beating them kids? Because at the one point when with the bat and the stuff, and I was just like, yo, did she? What?
Is it a situation where she like getting possessed in the middle of the night and she going in there messing with them or something, or they don't know? But yeah, this scene was that damn. It was funny, and I don't know if it was supposed to be, but the way Monique was asking these questions and the way the kids had to answer them, because everybody was just kept looking at Ebony to see how they were supposed to answer it, especially Andre, because Nate, he ain't really got hit or nothing. He ain't really seen him go through any type of physical harm or anything. But Nate, I mean, with Andre, and not on purpose, he ended up hitting his stomach when he was running in there when Nate had pushed down his mom or whatever when he was fighting over, when they was fighting over the money or whatever, and it looked like Ebony was about to get up in two pieces. But yeah, Monique pretty much looking around and she like, come on now, what the hell is going on? She said, you got this one child over here talking about he got beat up by a playground. Because that's what Andre pretty much tells Cynthia, that he got injured on the playground. He said, you got this
Girl,
one child.
have you ever? Have you ever fell on one of them metal playground bars and shit?
What
That
fell
shit
off?
hurt.
Trying to walk back up the slide?
Talking about
Nope.
got the wind knocked out of you.
The monkey bars? No.
Yo, why the hell did I not realize that Ebony is the singer that sing that song, Rise Up?
Oh, what?
If you heard the song, you'll know what I'm talking about. You have to
Like
hear
she
the
an actual
song.
singer?
It's yeah, she a singer.
Okay. That's why I'm
That's
saying
why
I'm
I'm
gonna have
like,
to get
wait,
familiar with her
what?
because it says that she's Oscar nominated too, if I'm not mistaken. So she done had to do some work.
Yeah, she was in the biopic for Billie Holiday,
You know
which I
what's
see.
funny?
I see why.
When they did for the credits, everybody said Oscar nominated. Then when it got down to Monique, Oscar winning actress. I'm like, okay. They threw that sauce in there.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah,
She said, "Give 'em my flowers. Give 'em my title."
she not looking what she's seeing. She don't like it. But it's the dialogue,
Bro,
man,
because they
between
wasn't
her
making no sense. Like it was like
and
the
everybody
fact
looked
that
guilty.
nobody was making sense.
Everybody looked guilty. But I don't know what the friction was, but unless they already had some type of history as far as Cynthia and Ebony's mama Morgan, because Morgan immediately gets up when Cynthia even walks in there, and I'm guessing this had something to do when they had the early on cases or whatever that we ain't see or whatever. But I guess they do got some history because once Cynthia's about to leave, she start pretty much cussing out her mama, calling her a cockeyed bitch and shit. And I'm like,
Yes, I was like, what?
why? Where is this
Oh
dialogue?
god!
Once again,
I
I
was
like
like,
that right.
this,
Hey, I
bro.
appreciate
It
that
was
right.
funny as it. That's why I was like, am I supposed to be making this?
Because it looked like it go along with whatever's going on with their history or the scene or whatever. It looked like it's a
Bruh.
real thing. That's why I was laughing. I mean, but yeah, after this, we do get a woman that look like they watching them. We don't know this woman name or nothing, and they thinking she a part of social service too. She just be watching them. She just continuously is watching them. Whether they going to the bar, they going to school, she watching. But yes, man, things get very serious after they had their episodes in school, especially when you got Andre throwing shit. So when did shit
Yeah,
get real
and
serious?
then so they go to the hospital and get all these scans. They find nothing, and then like she, then she talk about so they supposed to be in school, and it's like, bro, they just had an episode. You ready for me to send them back to school? Like what the fuck?
No. But when they end up going to the hospital, that's when the kids end up having to stay.
No, I don't think they do. They stay that night? No, I think she take them home or whatever. Because
Okay.
then it's not until I'm trying to. It's some. What happens to Andre for him to get back into the hospital? Because he do something else.
That's what I
I'm
forgot.
missing the part.
Because I know they end up at the hospital and their mama end up at the house by herself and she get attacked by Trey the Demon.
Is that when something happens? Where did they go?
That's
Because
why I
is it
said something
is
got
it
mixed
when?
in between. But I think
Damn
it's
it.
when she in the car because she trying to get away or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's what I.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
It's something in between there. It's something. What happens in between there? Because yeah, she started flipping out. Because she
Yeah.
like, we gotta go. She got because so they like leaving the house. She like, we gotta go. We leaving the house. And
And
at
this is
this
after
point,
the demon
Andre.
attacked her mama. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is after that because that's when they like completely try to leave the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. How do they get back to that point?
That's when she run into the whole thing because she leave them in the car. He run to a bar.
Yeah,
Everybody in the
because she see Andre eyes in the rear view, and they completely black because the demon got him at that
car.
point. Because at this
This
point, Andre was staring out the yes, because the shadow demon, because it was this part. That's what happens. That's what we
because Nate
missing.
tried to drown him in the tub,
Yes,
and that's when everybody pretty
that
much
was
betrayed.
wild.
To me, this
Yes,
is where I feel like the demon Trey, he getting kind of fed up with trying so hard to possess Andre, and he like, I gotta get some shit going. Like, this taking too long, and like he already,
you
it's
know
really
what's.
slowing him down because the mama in her religion, as far as Morgan, because she the only one in the
Mm-hmm.
house to she putting up the cross and everything, because she's starting to feel things. Because we get like a little dialogue between somebody trying to explain the entities or what a demon can be doing or whatever, but she's the only one that can sense it or whatever outside of everybody else, because they already going through their own shit and they ain't thinking about no type of religion or God or whatever as far as Ebony, you know.
Mm-hmm. You know what? This was kind of reminding me of Evil Dead, like with the whole
Glad you
running the
said that.
fever,
Nah,
running the
that too,
fever, and
but
then
it's some of
being
the
in the
demon effect
water.
as far as the makeup and look. That shit had me think about Evil Dead.
But
Once
no,
a
it's the whole
Dan Raimi, you
Andre
got to
trying to
step your
drown
dialogue
him and
up.
stuff.
You got to step your dialogue up,
So
Dan
yeah,
Raimi. As far as your
so yeah,
possession power,
once once the demon attacks the mom and fully possesses Andre, the mom's freaking out. She like, we gotta go. She just puts the kids in the car. The daughter like, what about our stuff? What about a suitcase? She like, I don't know where we're going. We just going somewhere. And she freaking out, driving in the car. It's raining. It's pouring. And then she
she
look
was
at the
really in
review
the
and
car.
see Andre eyes. They are completely black. She freaks out, runs into the bar. She's like, I don't even know what the hell she was saying, but she ran into a
She was
white
on some
bar.
Jurassic Park shit. Y'all know Jurassic Park? He
She,
said he left us. He left. She left everybody. I was like, man, what about the other two kids? They weren't possessed, as far as I know. But at that
look,
point,
that's
he just
like
losing.
that's like it. That's like it's a bee in the car. You stop the car, get out, and just leave everybody.
And it's the way they kept sitting there. That's how you knew something was going on with them. They were just like, all right.
Right.
But once they get to the hospital, Cynthia ends up showing back up as far as Monique's character, and she's like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to take them back with you. We're gonna send them to the
Yeah.
foster church.
So yeah, the older brother and the older sister, they go to the like a foster care, but it's like a church setting, so it's like a private school type of thing. And then the younger brother, who is completely possessed at this point,
He in the
he's
hospital.
convulsing. Yeah, he's convulsing. They was like, how long he been doing this? And he just they strap him down, they everything. And then
We're gonna get back.
here we get the
We gotta get to him.
yeah, the mom,
This is when shit
yeah, the
starts to
mom,
get good. This is when we start to finally get into it. That's when things
yeah,
start to
this,
ramp up. This is all the build that we've been waiting for, because like I said, it's some things going on here and there which we talked about, but it wasn't really no like I was saying, I was looking for some hard shit. I was looking for the scary shit. I was looking for, but we're gonna get to it now.
yeah.
I guess.
At this point, we was just getting flies and weird shit in the basement, dead cat in the basement, just
A
her
little hints here and
avoiding the
there.
basement.
But
Yeah,
we do find
Andre
out
kept going down in the basement, and wow, what the fuck was he doing down there?
talking to Trey,
Nah,
dealing with his homeboy.
talking to
But we found out who the social service worker is, which is not a social service worker. She is the apostle.
oh wait, let me rewind real quick because this made me think about something.
What's
When
up?
the grandma was still alive, she went to her church. She went to her pastor and was telling her, because she was like, this is demonic. And that pastor looked at her and was like, I don't
Hey,
do that. And that was
shout out
just
to
so
that actor
funny to
too,
me.
Tasha Smith,
Look,
playing the face.
you gotta
That's the
know your
last time we
abilities,
seen her
because it's
too.
like, look,
We ain't see her no more. We got a
look,
sermon. And then we had Morgan going in there talking to her about some shit going on in the house as far as some demons. And she was like, sister. I said, what? That's not about, that's not
I,
my pay raise.
I would have been like, you better go find a Catholic church. That's the only people I know to do stuff like that.
And I was like, damn, that's a black pastor. That's a nigga. I'm just saying, that's a nigga. Like I can't do nothing with it. And I like the scene at the hospital too, because once Andre started tripping, it's one nurse at that hospital because of I think some people towards the police or something. And he like, I ain't going back in there. Like y'all good, y'all can go. I'm not going back.
I felt her on that too. I was
good.
Bruh,
Yes,
because he looked like he was having a seizure for hours, and then he just in there looking like this. And when Monique go in there and talk to him,
bro,
the special effects.
Ever get a live Miles Morales movie? Y'all know the Black Spider-Man. We might want him to do it. We might want him.
Run, bitch! Run!
Exactly. And then when she talking to the doctor, he like, it's not that bad. Bruh, Monique said exactly what every black person was thinking. See, this is what y'all be doing. Did you not just see what did you not look at the camera footage? Did you not see?
Like he's just sitting there like, and shout out to the young man playing the demon, doing the switcheroo as far as his performance, because him acting like a young child or whatever, and then going into him acting like this demon, like, hey, he did it.
I give it to him. Like I said, I hope that they had some therapy after this. Because to act like that, to put your mindset in of I'm possessed and I'm, you know what I mean? Like that's a mental trip. I hope they got some counseling,
This is the only issue I had started to have with the movie, where I was wanting like some originality. Like I wanted you to have your own ideas. I wanted you to come up with something different. And this is where I was like, it was like we going into that straight up normal territory. Like this ain't nothing different. Like I don't see this outside of him doing a demon doing black flips and shit. I can't even get it out. Like I'm gonna stop looking at this. Get it off the screen. Looking at me. Got me talking like old buddy on Harlem Night. Well, I'm a win. But yes, outside of him doing his goddamn acrobatics and shit, looking like he won to audition for Spider-Man, it's pretty much the same shit. And that was my issue. I was like, okay, we done seen this. And we even got the scene where her talking about, I don't do exorcisms and all of that. No, nigga, that's you are doing an exorcism. You throwing the water on that shit. You speaking your tongue. What are you talking about? What are we talking? No.
It's called a deliverance.
Okay. This is
that's what they was going on. Yes, it's called the deliverance.
Man, stop it. But yes, I just wanted some more original ideas. That was my main issue. And even when she comes on and she starts explaining who she is, and when she go into the whole thing with her saying she failed as far as one of her first kind of deliverances, I guess you want to call it, that she tried to pull off, she failed. Family ended up dying. She was trying to help. And I'm like,
Trey.
You didn't learn nothing. Anyway. I'm guessing, where did you fix the issue? Because
she's like, I'm gonna try this again, and I'm gonna do better this time. Who was she?
I got this. Because she said the demon laughed at her that first time. Like, bitch, what are you doing? Okay, just hold that thought. And he was excited as fuck to see her ass when she came back. Get to now.
So Ebony is like on a 72-hour hold, like psychiatric hold and shit, and they made her take a test, like a psych evaluation, and the lady knew she was lying, so she was like, tell the truth. and Ebony started telling the truth, and she ended up breaking out though, because like she was supposed to be like, I ain't want to say on lockdown, but she wasn't supposed to leave. So she puts on a nurse's
This is when
outfit
we get into
and
that. You gotta just go with what you see, because I'm like, really? So y'all just got to be one of the most unsecure hospitals in the world, especially when they break the boy Andre out. I'm like, this is a child. Like, and then you ain't been in any hospital where they ain't let you walk out with no. You ain't walking out with nothing. Like nobody.
but she had on the nurse's outfit and she was wheeling them in the chair.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm saying
That
through
we seen this
movie.
in the movie.
No.
When you got them coming
That's
in
what
there
I
putting the
said.
rose on with the
Movie
tattoos.
logic, that works. Come on, tell me she didn't just put the hat on like Joe and was invisible. Movie logic.
Oh my God.
TV show logic.
And that's another thing I can't stand in movies would do that shit. When you want to run and you put a hat on. What the a hat? That's what we do. But yeah, she comes in with a nurse outfit and she's a nurse now. And I even like what she's doing because she's speaking to everybody like, oh, who this bitch? She knew, I don't know. Like
No, okay. Let me tell you something about being a nurse. Some people are like traveling nurses, so therefore it'll be a random nurse working with you that you don't fucking know, but she's
okay.
came from somewhere else. So like that's normal shit. But like, yeah, her just speaking. That's why she's like, who the fuck is she? I don't know. You know, like that's why they just walk by.
I'm an intern or something.
Yeah. No, it was just like maybe she just filling in for somebody, or like I don't like. It's a thing. It's a thing. I know somebody that was a nurse and they was telling stories about
Okay.
this, so it is a thing.
But yes, we get the big
That's
breakout.
why I was giving that some grace with the whole breakout, because I was like, if it was a baby, I would be like, nah. But he,
like, he had him in the
but yeah, the fact. Well, with nobody trying to go back there, you see what that.
You know what? You're right. They might have even seen this nigga on video. Like, you know what? Let her go ahead and take him. You know what? I'll go with it. That's right. That's true. Because they ain't even going to go back. Monique even probably seen the video and say, yeah, let them go ahead and do what they do. I'm not going to check on that family. That's good. But yeah, the apostle helps Ebony and Andre break out because now she has to do her deliverance. Not an exorcism, a deliverance.
Deliverance.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going with. But yeah, in the middle of her exorcism, she warns Ebony, don't listen to this nigga. He gonna start talking all type of shit. You even gonna start seeing him transform into people you don't know. And that's another thing they did different. I was like, when the fuck was the demon able to goddamn manipulate the body or move certain organs? Like, okay, I'm gonna go with it. Because
Aren't demons somewhat of shapeshifters anyway? Or
I ain't never seen them.
Oh, what are you saying?
You
Because
know what?
because he shapeshift his host? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know demon lore. I would have to look.
No,
that shit
and
up,
I won't
so
want to know. But going along with the movie, I'm gonna go with what they did. And that's what I say. I'm sitting up here talking about I want originality, so let me go ahead and appreciate what he tried to do different. So okay,
yes,
that's original outside of the dialogue. But
also I was glad that they didn't keep the demon as Andre the whole time, because like I said, for a child to have to portray that, I was so glad they didn't put that all on him and make him.
He already did
do all that.
Turning into Spider-Man.
He did.
So yeah, with no job, Venom. But
he probably had fun in that harness up on the wall.
yeah, what he gonna do when he go home? Like, yeah, you gotta sleep out there in the basement, bro. You gotta go down to the police station. You gotta go to grandma's house or something. You can't stay over here this week.
Oh god. They put crosses in his room.
Man. I gotta give his name. He did it. That's another good performance. But it's still my girl, man. Because once the apostle actually starts to do the deliverance on Andre, it's the demon started to shapeshift. And it actually ends up shapeshifting into Ebony's mama, Morgan. And this is where we hit like Evil Dead territory. But
yes,
Evil Dead mixed with Tales from the Hood or some shit. Like the demon, it started remembering the apostle because I remember the apostle said he had this fight with this demon one time, but he lost. But this demon
Shit.
seemed like
I can smell your nappy pussy.
what?
Who the fuck wrote that? Who the fuck?
Who wrote it?
Who the
Lee
fuck wrote that?
Daniels.
Oh my God!
But yes,
Oh.
Morgan, shout out to Glenn Close because this is Glenn Close doing this. Y'all makeup in there, that's Glenn Close. She's doing that performance. Now the voice and everything, I'm pretty sure they had people doing dialogue in the back, sound effects and all of that. But that is her doing that. So this is why I say as far as Evil Dead territory, I feel like that's the look. That look like the kind of effects that you see in Evil Dead. And even with some of the dialogue, but not like that. Nappy put like what? And even the way she was looking at it as far as the apostle, like bitch, you know what? And she was talking shit to Ebony too, calling her a mixed breed whore.
Mhm.
God. Okay. But once again, the apostle warned us too, as far as the audience, don't listen to this bitch. He gonna talk shit. But we started to get our battle because the apostle tells Ebony to go upstairs. I don't know why, because she making it seem like
I thought that was hella. I'm like, you don't want to back up? Like, what the? Anyway.
I don't know if the apostle wanted some type of redemption. I don't understand, but she gets her ass whooped. And I don't mean just whooped. The demon was like, I don't want you coming back no more. I want you free. You are free. She breaks her down, man. Beats her down physically and mentally, I guess, a little bit. Because, yeah, by the time Ebony comes back down there, my girl looking like pretty much Apollo. Y'all remember Rocky IV, the Russian? If he dies, he dies. That's her laid out, flat. So this is where we get Ebony pretty much having to find that strength. And now she has to
Had to fight for her kids.
Mm-hmm. Because now all of them are starting to be possessed. No matter where they at. You got Nate starting to react. You got Shantae starting to react. And Andre, that's the one she's trying to get now. And this
So
demon
you mean to tell me nobody woke up and saw that shit? Nobody heard anything, seen it. He is literally screaming and harming himself. Nobody saw shit.
Like he went full Chris Brown in that goddamn hospital, bro. Bro's in there. And shout out to him. I forgot he was on Stranger Things. I didn't even recognize him for the longest. But yes, we got Ebony too doing her best break dancing. Y'all watch the Olympics. And I was thinking, like, damn, this nigga Victor, he done came back or something because she done got some notes. The way she doing my girl, and you remember them, the new one we just watched. I'm like, I'm getting all type of But then Ebony's trying to fight because now we kind of getting that message of her fighting her own self, her own inner demon, like literally her inner demon.
Okay, now this is where I got the aha moment about the writing. Let me explain. All right, so if you look at this from a metaphorical standpoint, all the problems that Ebony had was in the basement, right? Because that's where the final battle happens. If you remember, she kept having
came from, right? From that hole in the
basement. Yes. If you remember, she kept having these fuzzy memories about being in the basement and this man coming down to the basement to do something to her, and her mom allowed it to happen, right? And you remember at her.
It's a scene in here, and it's quick though. But you said with this guy pop up.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yes.
Okay, because I was wondering about. I was confused. I was like, "What's up with this? What is this?"
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay.
okay, we're looking at this metaphorically. So she kept looking down. So remember, she wouldn't go into the basement and she kept avoiding the basement. So once she overcame herself and went and faced her own problems and stopped avoiding going in the basement, she overcame her trauma and stopped allowing it to affect her children. That's
Okay.
my
You got
metaphor.
her
That's what I
flashback
feel
moment,
like.
thinking about the kids and everything, kind of getting that build up because she kind of like at her last
Yes.
drop. She like about to pretty much give out, let the demon take over. But once again, I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought it up because that did confuse me. You put me on. Now I didn't notice that because I was like, that was like a little scene he threw in there where this guy come in and he just out of nowhere. I'm like, who is this guy? And I think they are
No, because
what she was doing
yes,
with her.
because she kept yeah, because she kept yelling. She was like, I remember everything. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what did her mama allow this man to do to her? Like, did
Goddamn,
you
thou
really
art
pimp
loose.
out your daughter?
Thou art loose. The real demon. Once again,
But
I was letting you finish what you were saying.
But yeah, so but yeah, when I because at the point when the demon turned into herself, and then I was putting all the pieces together with the whole man coming down the basement, her avoiding the basement, her avoiding her
Mm-hmm.
problems, her pacifying her problems by drinking and not realizing that her mom's trauma and then the trauma that her mama dumped on her, she's dumping it on her children and it's affecting all of them. And I was, like I said, I was like, that's some good writing. If you look at it metaphorically, I was like, that's some good writing. If
Okay.
you look at the movie for what it is, it kind of gets lackluster at this point because it's like,
That's
I don't
what I
know.
was saying.
I feel like you realize, I feel at this point, you just like, okay, she gonna win. Like
Yeah, and
you know
that's
what
why I
I
was
mean?
saying
Like
about
it's
the
just kind of,
originality. Because even with you breaking all that down, that's still not original. We done seen it. We done seen somebody have to go through all that trauma, have to fight through that, whether it's a demon or whether it's something else. As far as a horror movie, I done seen this shit before, and honestly, it's
and
kind of been
see,
done better in certain movies. This was still good though,
and this,
as far as her performance. It
yeah,
was.
yeah. So performance was good. Like I said, I didn't care for this part because I feel like it just got a little too, yeah, cliche.
Especially
But
with,
also
do you feel
if
like
you
it got
look at
cliche
that
with the religious stuff
metaphorically,
too?
yeah, 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 yeah.
I, see,
I see, and
see,
then I was looking at this like metaphorically. So she finally went down to the. That's why I was like, is any of this even real? Because if
and
you
I like
still
the
look at
message.
this for
I
a
like the
metaphor,
message though.
yeah, because even if you still look at this from a metaphorical standpoint, you could be like, if none of this was real, and she finally went down to the basement, and she basically had a Tarian service with herself, and you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, is this really real? Were the kids ever really possessed? And I don't know.
That would have been
I
sneaky though if he would have done that, and it could have been a clever way of kind of ending the movie too. Like y'all figure it out if y'all want to. Same thing was like they was doing with us or something at the end, where they was like, "Is that the girl from the beginning, or is it not?" No, nigga, we know that stuff from the beginning. But yeah,
but yeah, and then what they was doing with the older children, that was just like stigmata. I was just like,
yeah,
have you ever seen that
everybody,
movie? Yeah, that's
yeah,
what it made
me
me think
alone,
about. I was
yeah,
just like, I was just like, this is a little too
it got
heavy.
like I said,
I
it got
mean,
cliche towards the end. Everywhere it was not
yeah,
a lot of original ideas going on in the first place, and that's what made me upset as far as the build up because I was like, okay, we're gonna really get something here, and it was funny, it
mm,
was entertaining too, but it was not the
yes,
build up I was looking for because I was like, I done seen this shit, I done seen this. She's gonna win because Ebony does end up accepting Jesus into her heart. She ends up accepting
hmm
everything that come with what she's had to deal with, and she lets Jesus take over. And this is where we get some really good dialogue from the demon too. Pretty much going into that ghetto mode again.
We all we got, girl. I rebuke you.
yo, I had to
Y'all,
laugh
we got
when
girl. Like what?
I had to laugh when the demon was like, don't nobody give a fuck about you. And I was just like, it's it was triggering because it's like that's what your voice in your head tell you when you depressed and when you going through shit. Don't nobody give a fuck
I
about
get
you.
the
Da, 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 da.
metaphor.
And I
That
was
wasn't
like,
the
yeah,
issue.
I get.
I get it, but that's the thing. I got that shit early on. Like I was like, okay, I'm seeing this. I get where y'all
Yeah, yeah,
going.
yeah.
Just don't tell me that this is where this is gonna go towards the end. This is where we're going. Okay.
Yeah, I knew where we was going.
The drinking and all of
I
it, the build up. I was like, damn. I thought they were gonna do something different. I just thought they was gonna give us like some smile type ending type shit. Not necessarily got to end bad, but just give us something where I'm like, damn, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming.
No, we saw all this coming.
Yeah, all of it. No pun intended and pause. But yeah. But it still was I feel like it was a good movie. I ain't gonna act like it wasn't a good movie. I still enjoyed it for what it was. Like I said, it was
Yeah.
had me laughing. I ain't heard no dialogue like this in an Exorcist movie or possession film, or should I say a Deliverance. But yeah, it did what it was supposed
I
to do, I guess.
I think that the ending, like that last scene at the ending, was something that they added on because they didn't like maybe however it ended the first way didn't do well in test screenings. I'm assuming.
Mhm.
I'm not saying this is true, but it just seemed like the way it like officially ended, it was just kind of like, was this necessary? Like the whole them driving in the car, daddy's coming home, we gonna try to work it out. Like, was that, I don't know, that part felt weird and out of place. But I don't know, at this point of the movie, I was just kind of like, I was kind of let down because yeah, the build up, the tension, all of this, it was
Yeah, all of
good.
it.
But
Just feel like I don't mind a happy ending, but give us something. I
yeah,
don't know, give me something a little bit more original that I could have left wondering about or could have had more thoughts about at the end. I don't think about this shit after it went off. I was like, okay. Outside of that dialogue, that's what I was
exactly.
thinking about. Only thing I was thinking about was the way she was talking and the performances. Like I said, Glenn Close was the one for me. But the actress RBL Day, I think that's the actress name playing Ebony. She definitely was the one. She was doing her thing too. And
I
shout
think
out
her
to
name is Andrea Day.
okay, you might be right, Andrea Day. And the kid playing Andre, he definitely was doing his thing. Like I said, going from being an innocent child, being confused, being scared, and then going to acting possessed and turning into Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Yeah, he definitely was doing his thing too. Like shout out to everybody else as far as the girl playing Shantae and the young man playing Nate. He was doing his thing too. Like I said, though, I feel like he just had more to do and he was able to pull it off as far as the little boy playing Andre. But as far as originality, y'all just didn't do nothing for me. Like I said, Exorcist Believer didn't do nothing new. Take some notes from Late Night with the Devil. I feel like they tried to do some things
how,
different.
how do you feel about this being ranked in the black horror movie sector? Because I mean, it ain't
It's
like
high.
we got.
It's ranked high. Nah, I'll rank it high though. Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely will. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to think about that too. That list, and you have to think about older black horror films. But this definitely be ranked high for me.
Like I said, I like the whole metaphor thing, that the parallels of everything in her life and in her mind and what was going on. But like I said, if they would have took it a little more farther, it could have made us think a little bit more.
And y'all could have made it a little bit more scarier. It was not scary. None of this shit was scary to me. I was not scared of nothing. I
It
was
was
laughing. I
absolutely
was not
not
scared.
scary.
It's
I
not scary.
was I was laughing and
No,
smiling the whole time. So yeah.
I wouldn't cover my eyes, nothing. Nah, I'm good on it. But outside of that, like I said, just wasn't no original ideas, but it was still a decent movie. And I watched it. I don't watch it like twice, might be a third time because I watched it with some more people just to see their reaction to it. But yeah, it was straight. Anything else you want to add on before we get out of
Mm-hmm.
here? Apologies, Beats and Mics. I gotta try to see if we get that in because I do want to talk about Doechii album and Big Sean. I'm working kind of a little bit more crazy again, but I'm trying to think if I can slide it in somewhere this week because they got a new
We
trailer of
just still
Smile
need to
coming out.
talk.
So I was gonna try to throw it on there with them so we can try to just talk about 3 things. That way I can get into details with those 2 albums because I want to talk about Big Sean's. Shit, he seems like he's going through on his album. But this is my first time seeing through a full Doechii project. And like I said, her production and shit, I'm like, damn.
That's and
I
the
wanna
crazy
get
thing, they
my-
not even calling it an album. They calling it a mixtape.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this ain't an album.
What is it? Alligator bites. What is it?
Look, I
I think it's
alligator
called
bites
Alligator
never
Bites Don't
heal.
Heal. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Alligator bites never heal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't on it. Definitely. We talking about wanting to hear women in hip hop. She definitely should be talked about a little bit more and up there with the upper echelon. Now I've been sitting here talking about Doja Cat and them in that top 3. I'm gonna have to slide in there somewhere because, like I said, this is my first time sitting through a full project with Doja. But yeah, we're gonna get more into it. I'm definitely gonna sit down and do a full review on those 2. But yeah, outside of that, I don't have nothing coming up until probably, like I said, I have some free time Thursday outside of me making the damn fair.
I know I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna go. We still need the Bel Air.
Oh yeah,
I didn't have time to watch it on Thursday.
There's 2 episodes and you get on my nerves, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
Have you watched it?
I'm watching them now.
Oh my god, you get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. That's all I'm gonna say. You get on my nerves. Because I ain't gonna say nothing, but you get on my nerves. Oh my god.
I told you my liar pants on fire.
Your goddamn meter must
It
have
was
been off the
tingling.
rails.
It was tingling. And I was like,
how does niggas just don't point this back? We just talked about this. And I'm like, damn, I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Run, cards. But yes, once again, shout out to everybody coming through tonight. Shout out to everybody that was in the comments and everybody who come through and check out the replay. We appreciate you. Make sure y'all check out that 1992 movie review. You know, the Tyrese joint. I did a little review at that while I was at work. Other than that, make sure y'all go check out the OOC Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'll be able to join. I should be because I don't work my part-time Wednesday, so I might be able to jump on there with y'all. I know I done said it a couple times, but I be having a lot of shit going on in the middle of the days, man. It's a lot I have going on. But
yeah, I've been having to do a lot since my kids back in school.
Stuff, man, it's a lot. I've been doing a lot in the middle of the day. A lot.
Same.
Even when I think I'm gonna be free, I'm not free. I'm not. But yes, shout out to my co-host Nadia for coming through, joining me once again. Definitely enjoyed this. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that damn notification bell that you know I upload new videos. Other than that, we out.
Hey.